Colin. It's the brand new movie from Sony that just hit theaters. The film is based off of the 2015 PlayStation video game. The film is written by Blair Butler and Gary Doberman. Doberman is a lead screenplay writer on most of the Conjuring universe films. And the film is directed by David F. Sandberg, who comes off of directing the last two Shazam movies, as well as Annabelle Creation. As I said, this movie is based off the PlayStation video game. And in this movie, Clover is the lead character, who's played by Ella Rubin. She is going after her sister, who went missing a year ago as it pertains to the present day of time. And she goes with her friends, which includes Max, played by Michael Cimino, Nina, played by Odessa Azan, Megan, played by Ji Young-hoo, and Abe, played by Belmont Cameli. Melanie is played by Maya Mitchell, who's the Clover's sister, who goes missing. And they go to an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere, ran by Dr. Hill, who's played by Peter Stormare, who returns from his character in the original Until Dawn video game. And this one, once they in this movie, when they go to this house and they die, it's a ticking time bomb. When they die, it is basically a Groundhog's Day as they reawaken and try to understand how they can survive until dawn. The film is an hour and 43 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie and TV show reviews, out-of-theater reactions, box office breakdown shows, movie rankings. If you like any one of those things, this is the channel for you. Subscribe and ring that bell. Comment down below. First of all, have you seen the movie version of Until Dawn? If you have, did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you a fan of the Until Dawn video games, or is this your introduction into the franchise? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Helps YouTube recommend my videos to more people. So I am coming from this place where Until Dawn is my favorite, really straight up horror video game of all time. I remember not just being scared about it, but it just being one of the most unique video games of all time. As you're playing a video game and you're making conscious decisions as it goes, and based on those decisions, you are either killing people or letting people survive, all these different decisions. And it's such a great game because I replayed it 3 or 4 times in order to see what, if I choose the other decision, what happens? Because the whole game changes based on your decisions. So it made sense, honestly, a movie was being made, especially with the David F. Sandberg behind it, directing it, got me extremely excited for this one. But overall, as a massive fan of the Until Dawn video game, this movie was just not for me. And I might be really harsh on this one, but I just think this is also, if I wasn't a fan of Until Dawn, I still think this is a pretty bad horror movie, which it feels like just another run-of-the-mill. Overall, because this movie is doing a Groundhog Day version of Until Dawn instead of actually doing like decisions on making things here, because it gets rid of the whole concept of the video games, this movie, outside of being the titled Until Dawn, this movie has really nothing to do with it, as it's just another stereotypical Groundhog Day horror movie where people are walking in rooms, it's silent, there's a jump scare, things are of that nature. It's just another run-of-the-mill horror movie that you could probably, but it feels like a Netflix movie more than an actual theatrical film. And that is extremely disappointing because this is a brand that I thought would be brilliant, either on the small screen on TV or in the big screen in theaters. And I'm just shocked how not well executed the idea of the game is into this movie. Now, before I get to even more thoughts about the difference between the game and the movie, from a movie perspective, this movie really crumbles and falls apart is the cast of characters, the performances, and a lot of the dialogue that they are given. There's not really a character that really stands out in this movie. This is supposed to be a friend group that's been together for a very long time. But the problem here is none of the actors have any chemistry with each other. And that is tough because it is a friend group of 5 people in the movie. And even if 3 people don't have chemistry with each other, usually there's like 1 or 2 people who can find some really good chemistry with each other. But this just never feels like a close-knit, tight friend group. And the biggest reason why is each character is extremely one-dimensional. You have in most horror films, you have the main character who's going after someone, but she also got left by a boyfriend who is Max, played by Samino in the movie. You have one character who's a psychic. You have another character who's just a boyfriend of 3 months, and you have another character who just dates around every couple months and breaks up with people. Outside of that, there's really nothing else to these characters in the movie. But even if the other friend group would be one dimensional, you need the lead character of Clover to not be one dimensional. But outside of looking for her sister, there is nothing to this character. I found a really hard time, more than any other character, connecting to the lead character. And in horror movies, especially slashers like this, where you're supposed to be killing these people over and over again, you don't really have the satisfaction because you don't really care about any of these characters. They're very one-dimensional, they're very one-note. You've seen each of these characters in another horror film, in billions of other horror films, and done better. This just feels like horror cliche after horror cliche. There are some fun kill scenes in the movie. The movie is thankfully rated R, and there are a couple really good kill scenes in the movie, especially one with a bat going over someone's head that I really appreciated. David F. Sandberg, I love David F. Sandberg. Annabelle Creation is one of my favorite films of the Conjuring universe, and really the only great Conjuring universe spin-off movie. And I love the first Zam movie. But this one, you can feel his presence at times. It's really with the kill scenes. You can feel David F. Sandberg behind the camera. But outside of that, it feels like another studio movie, not a David F. Sandberg film. And as I said, you're not connecting with the characters. There's also, as I said, really bad and cringeworthy dialogue throughout the entire movie, but it also doesn't help that all of these characters are insanely stupid. These are stupid characters who continue to make stupid decisions throughout the entire film. And as I said, not just do they not have chemistry with each other, not just are they one-dimensional, they are just plain on stupid. And it's a huge horror cliche that I hate in horror movies more than any other one. It's just downright stupid characters, and all 5 of these characters are pretty dumb. And it makes you just not want to root for anyone in this movie. But from a video game perspective, as I said, the core game is decisions. And because they went a completely different route, this never really feels like a true Until Dawn movie. And as someone who played the Until Dawn games multiple times, this one was extremely frustrating to watch. So overall, I'm going to give Until Dawn a 1.5 out of 5, a 34%. What are your thoughts on Until Dawn? Let me know in the comments section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you guys in the next video.